Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your June 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I'm going to be using the Classic Tarot Art Nouveau. This is the premium edition. It came in this beautiful purple box. It has artwork by Antonella Castelli. Also wanted to mention that as we are halfway through the year, it can be a good time now to go rewatch your 2016 yearly overview that I posted at the beginning of the year. And I'll include a link to that here if you just click the little I or info button here in the video. After you're done watching this video, you can go rewatch that and just kind of take stock, see where you are. Kind of maybe get a good idea of where you're at and what's still to come for 2016. I'm also working on recording a mid-year check-in reading that I'll be posting on my Vimeo page. And I will make those available next month. Hopefully I'll get through them all by then, but it's a reading for July through December. So just kind of give you another look at the second part of the year and where things stand in a general way anyway. So I'll let you know about that next month. But this month for your spiritual guidance reading over on Vimeo, my on-demand page, I'll be pulling a card from the adorable Witchlings deck by Paulina Cassidy. This usually speaks to, just more guidance on how to deal with the focus or challenge that comes up for the month of June for you. So if you want to check that out, just click or tap the arrow below, and the link to my on-demand page over on Vimeo will be there, and you can go check that out. But let's jump in and see which runes want to talk to Scorpio for June 2016. And we will get going here. Let's see which ones you want to grab on. Okay. Now, I do encourage you, as always, to watch the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you some additional information because these sun sign readings are very general. Of course, the only way to get a reading that's all about you and only for you is to schedule an appointment with me. I do private sessions on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U if you want to schedule an appointment, and we will get you all set for that. Okay, I'm just gonna try to see what wants to go where here. We're really loaded on this side here, so got a lot going on in June, Scorpio. So the challenge that is coming up is the Ace of Swords here. Can you see that? Your challenge or focus, and this card really has a lot to do with focus. Mental focus, mentally, analytically thinking about a problem, thinking about a new approach, trying to figure out a new way to solve a problem. So I do think in June you will be kind of you're trying to figure something out, trying to figure out a way to win, trying to figure out a way to overcome something, overcome a situation, and it's going to be different for all of you, because like I said, the runes were kind of weighted over here. So whatever this is that you are thinking about, trying to solve, trying to figure out, trying to win, is going to be different for all of you. But the Ace of Swords is also a card of victory, of winning. So I mean, I really think your prospects are very good for overcoming whatever this is, or figuring out a new approach to a problem. And the problem for some of you may be an old one that you've just put off addressing, and in June you're finally like, okay, I got to do something about it. For some of you, this may be something financial, because of the indications I've got here from the runes here. And then we also have the Emperor here. So, and the Emperor is often associated with, he's higher than all the kings. He is a step above that. An Emperor is, even has more power or authority than the king. So this may be your boss. This could be your father. This could be, you know, your husband, your boyfriend, your partner. Sometimes he's associated with the sign of Aries as well. So if there's a significant Aries person in your life, he's a leader, most assuredly. And this is somebody who has his kingdom in order. So Scorpio, for some of you, you may be taking on his traits, trying to become the emperor. You're like, okay, I got to get this situation under control. I got to get my finances where they need to be. I got to figure out a way to make more money. And for some of you, this may involve changing jobs. So some of you may be leaving, going to a new job in June. You know, this could be your new boss, and he's in the upright. So, I mean, this is somebody who has his stuff together. This is a company that is very stable. It's you know, the emperor is a 4. So that speaks to stability. You know, and maybe this is the solution to, you know, maybe the problem was financial instability, and now you're going to be, you know, stabilizing that situation. You're going to be in a place where you can really feel secure again. And we also have Yera here. This is the rune of legalities, balance, fairness, karma. So I think that if you've been through a tough time, particularly financially, Scorpio, over the last few months, or maybe just last month, you had a lot of expenses, you're going to start to see the harvest, or the, like, okay, finally, I'm getting money back, you know, or I'm finally going to start reaping the rewards of all this effort I've put in, you know, because it seems like maybe you've been working, and they're showing me a hamster wheel. I feel like a lot of you Scorpios have been like, oh my gosh, I've been trying to do everything that I can do to increase my money, and, you know, either it's not worked, or, you know, it just, every time I make more, it goes out for some crazy expense or some unexpected thing. And now, you know, in June, you're finally starting to see the harvest. You're finally starting to see some rewards for your efforts. Or maybe you've been like, I've been sending out resumes, and, you know, no one is getting back to me. And finally in June, we do have more planets going direct in June. So finally, you know, Mercury at least will be direct. And I believe Mars goes direct at the end. Mars is your ruling planet, so that'll really help you when he starts going direct. But it could be like something from the past, a financial opportunity that maybe you applied for before Mars went retrograde. That can still come back to you while he is retrograde. It can bring things back. So, you know, there could be a job you applied for and you filled it out, or you went through to an interview even and then forgot about it because you didn't hear back, and now they come back and they want to hire you. So now some of you could just be going to see, this guy could be a lawyer, he could be a financial advisor, he could be somebody you're going to talk to about, you know, how can I get my finances stabilized, or how can I you know, get this back on track. I can't keep paying out all this money, you know, or I feel like, you know, I was taken advantage of. Is there any legal recourse, or is there a legal way or some kind of government bureaucratic way that I can work with my taxes, get those down, you know, someone you're going to be talking to, a consultant that is going to be giving you advice, particularly regarding money, or making you an offer when it comes to money. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, let's jump up here. I feel like that goes over here. So up here, the help that's going to be available to you, we've got the 7 of Chalices in reverse, or 7 of Cups, in the more traditional writer-based decks. So in the reverse, coming up next to Othila, anything that's been causing you a headache, and even if it's connected to the past or connected to family, inheritance, again, with this legal stuff on the table, could be connected to an estate, or any arguments around family, property, real estate, there's going to be a solution. I feel like the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Chalices are working together here because they both kind of mean narrowing it down to one solution, narrowing it down to one option. This, though, is more of a emotional situation. So, and it means kind of coming back to reality. If you felt kind of like in a dream state when it comes to like, you know, this can't be happening, like these people can't be fighting, or this person can't have said that, you know, there's something what truly they didn't. Well, the help to you is maybe to recognize that, yes, this person did this, or maybe getting someone else in the family to recognize, hey, you did this. You know, you caused all of this. You know, you really hurt this person, or you really hurt me, or you know, the way you handled this was not correct. So this is banishing disillusionment, or banishing delusion, banishing a dream. Maybe someone's been living in a dream world. Maybe you've been living in a dream world, Scorpio, but I mean, really, that's not your MO. I feel like this is someone else in the family who was, it's almost like they were living an illusion, and now it's come crashing to the ground. And you know that this is coming up as the help to you. So I mean, I feel like you've known it all along, because you're really not the type to kind of get lost in this. Yes, we all have fantasies. Yes, we all have dreams, but I mean, you can separate that, you know, normally the dream from the reality pretty well, Scorpio. I feel like this is someone else who was, you know, chasing an illusion or chasing a dream, and now it's come crashing down. And you're happy about that. It's a help to you because maybe it was causing discord in the family. It was causing arguments. It was causing, you know, it was hurting other people or hurting this person, and you care about them. You just feel like, you know, why would you go off and do, you know, question their motives or their actions a little bit. Now, what must be accepted about June? We've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, but then we also have Rune down here. And I feel like, again, finances, you know, they may be still like you're trying to get things together. Some of this you may not be able to go on a trip, some of you, because you just feel like, until I get these finances, you know, taken care of, or until I start bringing in money at this new job, I can't really afford to go on this trip. I can't really afford to move right now. Some of you, that may be how this is working out. You're trying to, you want to make enough money so you can take a dream vacation, or move into a home that is bigger, or that's more in line with where you want to be, or is in a neighborhood that's more, you know, where you want to be. And so in June, you may just have to, there may be some delay around that. Maybe you can't move right now, but you're taking a proactive stance on, I'm going to figure out how I can in the future. I'm going to figure out, you know, how I can make this happen. Or I'm going to figure out how I can take that trip, or I'm going to figure out how I can buy that car. You may not be able to do it in June. In fact, you probably won't with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Also not a good month for gambling. Whenever Wheel of Fortune comes up in reverse, June, not the month to really go gambling, especially at like a casino. Especially not if you're trying to get your finances on track, because maybe that's what ends up kind of putting you in the red here. So yeah, I definitely, maybe if your friends are inviting you to go to Vegas, or, you know, Monte Carlo or something, no, I would pass. Just be like, no, I really can't afford that right now. You know, that'd be great. Maybe next time. Some of you may be having some car issues. You may just be having bad luck when it comes to car stuff, and it may be expensive to fix the car. You may feel like, oh my God, I've had the worst luck with cars. Maybe you keep getting lemons, that sort of thing. The good news is, though, Rune is here. So I feel like whatever happens with the car, it can be fixed. It just may cost, you know, may kind of cost you whatever little extra you made in June. to get things back on track. But for many of you, I feel like this is just maybe a trip that you were supposed to go on, but now you're like, you know what, I need to save that money, or, you know, now I have to take that money and fix the car, or now I have to take that money and I really need to save it because I want to move. I just feel like you'll be pulling back on something you were planning to do in June in order to save that money or put those funds elsewhere, and just being smart about money in general. Now, for some of you, this doesn't have anything to do with money. This could be a karmic situation where, you know, it's like that what goes around comes around thing, where someone's bad karma is catching up with them. And again, for most of you, it could be you. There are bad Scorpios out there, or, you know, there are Scorpios that make bad decisions just as much as any other sign. But I feel like this is kind of going in line with the help, where you're kind of like, this was someone that was living in an illusion, or chasing after a dream, or just not living in reality. And now that's kind of caught up with them. And, but they're still not seeing it, or maybe not totally, not fully. And this is causing discord or arguments, or, there may also be something or someone, you have to deal with this in June, and you don't want to go. Like, you're invited to something, maybe it's a family get together, or it's a reunion of some sort, and there's going to be someone there that just really, you know, gets on your nerves. And you just don't particularly want to go. But, you know, maybe once you get there, you kind of find out, well, this person couldn't be there because their bad karma is catching up with them, and they're finally maybe waking up to reality. So a lot of different ways that can work out, Scorpio, since there are so many of you. But with Wunyo here, it seems like someone who has hurt you, or someone that has caused you to feel vulnerable, or who has taken advantage of you in some way. The things are starting to unravel for them. That treatment of you and others is starting to catch up with them. And it's not that you're happy about that. Okay, maybe a little bit. But it's just always nice to see that, you know, occasionally karma. So it's interesting. We have the Rune of Karma. And, you know, paybacks. And also the Wheel of Fortune, which is karma, but in reverse. And indicating that, you know, what was once up and living the dream must come down. And you're not joyful about that in and of itself, but what you're joyful about is that, okay, it's you know, this person hurt a lot of people, or this person hurt me, took advantage of me, used me in some way. So I can't say that I feel bad for them, you know. In fact, I've got a little jaunt in my step. I'm feeling a little happy about that. So yeah, I don't feel like for most of you, this is you, Scorpio, dealing with the bad karma coming home to roost here. I feel like it's someone else. Now for the outcome, we have the Queen of Swords, but she's in reverse. So words like swords, and it could be male or female. But, yeah, this is a queen who is like no nonsense, and she can say really hurtful things. And Scorpio, you've been known to do that. If someone angers you, you know, you can really let loose on someone. And, you know, but normally this is someone associated with the air signs. So this could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. For some of you, maybe it's this person. You know, who's kind of like, you know, they said hurtful things to you, really hurt your feelings, really did something that cut you. And now maybe they are saying they're sorry, because I'm seeing new beginnings. I feel like whoever this person is, like, you're not done. You haven't done everything you're supposed to do yet together. You haven't finished up your karma. And if this is a family member or your child, or, you know, someone that, you know, you care about, this may have just been one episode or one chapter in your lives together, and it's time to move forward. But I feel like apologies will be necessary. But Scorpio, I mean, this could be you taking on the taking on the traits of the Queen of Swords in reverse and really kind of letting loose on someone and just letting them know, you know, how badly they hurt you. I feel like this is a deep wound, Scorpio. This is somebody who really did a number on you. And, you know, you hide that. You guys are experts at hiding those wounds. And I feel like this person needs to see how badly they hurt you. So let it all out. I feel like you need to let this out. And rather than, what I'm seeing though is rather than you attacking, which is your nature to do, and I feel like it will be in words for most of you, rather than attacking them, talk about how it affected you and how deeply you were hurt by this person, and, you know, and let your emotions flow freely. If you feel like crying, cry. If you're upset, let them see how upset you are. Yeah, I feel like this person needs to see. Because I think it's very easy these days to just, because we're so disconnected with like the internet and texting and all that stuff, and we have very little face-to-face interaction. This should take place in person, whoever this is. They need to be in your presence to see you. And when you are expressing this. Now, yeah, for some of you, this could be, again, someone who hurt you and they are offering an apology. I'm almost hearing some of you saying, well, that was a long time coming. And it's like, really? It took you this long to realize? You know, all those denials of, I didn't do this, you know, because I feel like someone's been denying. Maybe they've been in denial with themselves too, that they, you know, we always have to justify our actions in order to live with ourselves. So even someone that you look at, you know, these horrible people, these serial killers and things, their actions, they're in the right, or they believe that they're doing right, or they wouldn't do it. There's always a justification for that. Wrecked and crazy as it may be, or the wrecked and crazy as it may seem to the outside, quote unquote, normal society. We all have motivations and reasons for what we do, and we have to justify those first and foremost to ourselves. So I think you're dealing with someone like that, who they've been in denial and really just focused on themselves and not thinking about other people, really losing that ability to empathize with others. Now, if you can't accept this apology, Scorpio, and I feel like many of you, it would be understandable if you couldn't, then just say, you know what, I'm gonna need some time. You know, just be honest. Just be honest. You know, but I mean, I feel like most of you really want to reconnect with this person, whoever this is. So this is a friend, this is a family member, this is someone you love or loved, Scorpio. And you can burn bridges, but I feel like this is somebody you would just have a really hard time burning that bridge. I feel like it would break your heart to burn this bridge. And you don't have to. You don't have to. There's a new beginning. It may take a while. You may need some time. Take some time before giving like a final answer in June, Scorpio, because we have weird coming up here, and it's over here almost like, well, this is more like a July. But it's kind of like, once you start this healing process and walk through this door, this relationship can get back on track. It may never be the way it once was. It may never be the way it was before all of this, but it can turn a corner and become better, improved. And I feel like you have support for whatever your stance is on this. I don't feel like you're the only one who's been hurt by this person in a lot of cases, for many of you. So yeah, this is a family member who maybe hurt a lot of people. And so people understand why, you know, and I think you'll hear that. I totally understand why you can't accept this person's apology. I don't know if I can either, or, you know, I don't know if I would be able to in your shoes. So yeah, there's that. There's also, though, some of you are going to be meeting a new group. You may be joining a new club, taking a new class. This may be something you're talking about for some of you in like a group therapy situation or at some sort of meeting where, you know, you all have something in common, some sort of experience that you share, and you're just getting a lot of feedback and feeling rejuvenated, feeling, you know, confident that, you know, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my vengeful scorpionness that is making me want to roast this person over an open fire. But you're going to get confirmation. No, you're going to have other people who support you and who are telling you, no, I was in a similar situation and this is what I did. This is how I handled it. So yeah, get out with your friends, those closest to you, those you trust, and, you know, maybe discuss this situation. Because I think you're going to feel a lot more positive, a lot more supported about whatever this is and about whatever decision you need to make before you take any action. And, you know, and then I think July sees you going through a door here. Maybe you can't even see the door until the end of June, and then you can walk through it in July. But as I mentioned, I am going to be pulling a spiritual guidance card for you from the Witchlings deck. So yeah, check out the link below in the details section to go over to my Vimeo page and see what that is. We'll see what other guidance we can get on this situation for you in June, Scorpio. Good luck with that, and I will see you back here in July.